Hello, welcome friends to all of you in this session. Today we are going to discuss with Pythagoras theorem 10th mathematics part 2. This topic is divided into 4 sessions. The first session we are going to start today. In this first part we will discuss some basic things that we have learned in the previous standards, which are helpful in studying this Pythagoras theorem in detail. So first of all, we will see what are the different subtopics comes under this Pythagoras theorem, which is to be asked for 7 marks in the board examination. This topic is very easy. Most of the things related to this topic we have already studied in previous standards. So the important point that we are going to study in this topic are, first thing we are going to study is Pythagorean triplet, then similarity and right angle triangles, then theorem of geometric mean, then Pythagoras theorem, then converse of Pythagoras theorem, application of Pythagoras theorem, and Apollonius theorem, or you could say Apollonius principle. Friends, if you prepare this topic well, certainly you will score out in this topic. So first we will see the right angle triangle. What do you mean by that one? Because that is an important as far as Pythagoras theorem is concerned. So right angle triangle or right angled triangle is a triangle in which one angle is a right angle. The side opposite to the right angle is always the longest side and is called as the hypotenuse. You could see in this figure triangle ABC, angle B is 90. The opposite side of this angle B is AC, which is the hypotenuse that you can say. And also angle A and angle C are the acute angles here. So we will see now what is Pythagorean triplet. In a triplet of these natural numbers, if the square of the longest or the largest number is equal to sum of the squares of the remaining two numbers, then the triplet is called as Pythagorean triplet. You could see some triplets are given here: 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 11, 60, 61, and 24, 25, 7. These are the some Pythagorean triplets. Here if you consider 3, 4, 5, here the largest number is 5, square of 5 is 25, and the remaining two numbers 3 and 4, if you consider the squares of them respectively 9 and 16, if you add up these you will get 25. So this becomes the Pythagorean triplets. It is not necessary that should be written in the increasing or decreasing order of these triplets. You can write in any order. So now we'll start with methods of finding this Pythagorean triplet. Some two methods I would have given here. First, you can prove this with the help of the first Pythagorean triplet, that is 3, 4 and 5. Let n be any integer greater than 1, then 3n, 4n and 5n are also a set of Pythagorean triplets. This is true since 3n bracket raised to square plus 4n bracket raised to square will be equal to 5n bracket raised to square. So other than 1, you can take the value of n as 2, 3, 4 and so on, and you try for this. Certainly you are getting the Pythagorean triplets. The second method, if a, b, c are the natural numbers and a is greater than b, then the values like in one bracket a square plus b square, another bracket a square minus b square, and 2ab are the Pythagorean triplets. These are the two methods that we can find the Pythagorean triplets. You can search on the net, you will get the other methods also. Friends, in the previous standard you have learned two important properties regarding the right angle triangles. First was a triangle with angular measure 30, 60, 90, and second a a triangle, right angle triangle with the angular measure 45, 45, 90. Just we will revise those things. Property of this 30, 60, 90 triangle. In that, what you learned is if angles of a right angle triangle are 30 and 60, then the side opposite to 30 is always half of the hypotenuse, and the side opposite to 60 angle is root 3 by 2 times of the hypotenuse. You can see here triangle NML, wherein you could see angle L is 30, angle N is 60, and M is the 90. So side opposite to this angle 30 is Mn, which is equal to half of the hypotenuse, that is NL. And also you could see the side opposite to 60, which is Lm, which is root 3 by 2 times of the hypotenuse Ln. Now we'll see the property of 45, 45, 90 triangle. If the angles, that is acute angles of a right angle triangle, are 45 and 45, then each of the perpendicular sides will be 1 upon root 2 times of the hypotenuse. In this figure XYZ, you can see the two angles 45 measure respectively, angle Z and angle Y. Angle X is 90. Then we can write XY and XZ, which are making right angles, are all congruent, and whose value is 1 upon root 2 times of the ZY or YZ hypotenuse. Friends, now let us start with the actual topic, similarity and right angle triangle. So let us see the statement of this one. In a right angle triangle, if the altitude is drawn on the hypotenuse, then the two triangles formed are similar to the original triangle and to each other also. So this is triangle ABC, wherein from the vertex B, which is 90, we have drawn the altitude or perpendicular on the hypotenuse. From this statement and the figure, we can write the given things. In triangle ABC, angle B is 90, segment BD is perpendicular to AC, and ADC is the betweenness. Then what you have to prove over here is angle ADB and angle ABC, original triangle and the newly formed triangle. Triangle ABC and triangle BDC, triangle ADB and triangle BDC. At the same time, triangle ADB, triangle BDC and triangle ABC are similar to each other. Let us try for this. Friends, you could see in triangle ADB and a triangle ABC that has been extracted from the original triangle previously just shown. These two triangles we have to show similar. Here you could see angle DAB and angle BAC, means shown with the brown color dots. These two angles are congruent since common. Then angle ADB and angle ABC, which are each 90, therefore those are congruent. Therefore triangle ADB and triangle ABC are similar by AA test. This is the statement number 1. That to prove, this is the first. Now let us consider triangle BDC and triangle ABC, which is also extracted from the previous triangle. Here you can see with blue color I have shown the angles. Those are congruent, means angle BCD and angle ACB are congruent, and angle BDC and angle ABC are also congruent. These are 290, and previously angle C was congruent. Therefore you can write angle BDC similar with triangle ABC with AA test. This is the second thing. From these two statements we can write that angle ADB similar with triangle BDC. Third statement. From these three statements, by using the transitivity property of the similarity, we can write that triangle ADB similar with triangle BDC and similar with triangle ABC. So this is what the similarity and right angle triangle. This is very important as far as next Pythagoras theorem we are going to prove. Theorem of geometric mean, depending on this previous property only, we will discuss this one. What is the statement of this is, in a right angle triangle, the perpendicular segment to the hypotenuse from the opposite vertex is the geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. This is the figure. In this, from this given figure and the statement, we can write the given things. In triangle PQR, angle QV is 90, QS is perpendicular to PR, and you are getting PSR as the betweenness. Friends, what you have to prove is QS square. QS is the geometric mean. We have to prove QS square is PS into SR. In mathematics part 1, we have learned if A, B, C are the three numbers which are in continued proportion, then you are saying B square is equal to A into C. In the same manner, Here rather than numbers, you are getting here segments QS, PS and SP. The relation between them we have to prove in this way. Let us try for the proof. So in triangle PQR, angle QV is 90, QS is perpendicular to PR. This is the given thing. So these triangles, triangle QS and triangle PSQ are similar, since we have already seen in similarity of right angle triangles. Therefore, if we consider the corresponding sides of these two similar triangles, you are getting QS upon PS is equal to SR upon QS, corresponding sides of similar triangle CSST. Therefore, by cross multiplication, you are getting QS into QS is equal to PS into SR. So QS into QS, you are getting QS square, which is equal to PS into SR, that you have to prove. Therefore, segment QS is the geometric mean of segment PS and SR. Friends, let us now discuss few problems based on whatever till now we have been discussed. Let us start with first problem. Identify with reason whether 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet or not. The solution is like this. This could be asked for 1 mark. Here 13 square, which is the largest number, is 169. Let this be one equation. Second, the remaining two numbers, 5 square plus 12 square, which is 25 plus 144, which will be 169. 5 square is 25, 12 square is 144. The sum of these two is 169. This is equation 2. From 1 to we can say that the right hand side is same, therefore left hand must be same. Therefore 5 square plus 12 square will be 13 square. As this is valid, therefore we can say that 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet. Now let us see one more problem, that is identify with reason whether 10, 24, 27 is a Pythagorean triplet or not. So let us try for this. Friends, here you can say that the largest number is 27, that square is 729, equation 1. The remaining two numbers, 10 square plus 24 square, 10 square is 100, 24 square is 576, that leading to 676. This is equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, you could find that right hand side is not same. Therefore, you can write that 10 square plus 24 square is not equal to 27 square. Therefore, here if it is equal, then only it is a Pythagorean triplet. Here it is not equal, we consider. Therefore, 10, 24, 27 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Friends, let us see the third problem. In the adjoining figure, triangle MNP, angle N is 90. In the adjoining figure, we could see segment NQ is perpendicular to MP. MQ value is 9. NQ is 4. You have to find out this NQ. Let us try this problem. In triangle this MNP, angle N is 90. Segment NQ is perpendicular to segment MP. By using the theorem of geometric mean, you can write NQ square is equal to MQ into QP. Therefore, NQ square will be 9 into 4. So, we have been substituted the values of MQ and QP. So, the product of this 9 and 4, 9 4s are 36. Therefore, NQ square is equal to 36. 36 is also perfect square, 6 square. Left hand side NQ square is also square. We will take the square root on both sides. So, you are getting the value NQ as equal to 6. This is what the problem based on geometric mean theorem. Now let us see one more problem, that is in the adjoining figure, angle P is 90, PM is perpendicular to QR. You are getting QMR as the betweenness. PM is 10, QM is 8. You have to find out the QR, the whole value. In order to find QR, you must have to know MR. So friends, we will first find MR. In triangle this QPR, you know angle P is 90, PM is perpendicular to QR, QMR betweenness. Therefore, one can use here the geometric mean theorem. So PM square is QM into MR. We will substitute the values. Therefore, PM is 10 square, which will be QM is 8 into MR. 10 square is 100 and upon 8 is equal to MR. Therefore, you can write MR is equal to 100 upon 8. After simplifying this 100 upon 8, we will divide this. We will get the value MR as 12.5. Friends, but QR is nothing but QM plus MR. Since QMR is the betweenness, now substitute the values. Therefore, QR is equal to QM8 plus 12.5. So that will lead this QR is 20.5. So friends, let us see one more problem in this adjoining figure, you'll see that RP and PS value we have to find out from the information given in the figure. First of all, we have to prove this which type of triangle is this one. In triangle PSR, you will get that angle P is 30 and angle S is 90. Therefore, angle R will come 60, the remaining angle of this triangle. So this triangle PSR will become 30, 60, 90 triangle. Therefore, SR is equal to half of RP, which is side opposite to 30. Now substitute the values. Therefore, 6, the value of SR is equal to half into RP. 2 goes that side, it will become RP is equal to 6 into 2. Therefore, RP is 12. Also, PS is nothing but the side opposite to 60 degree, which could be written as root 3 by 2 times of the RP. Now substitute the value of RP, root 3 by 2 into RP, which will be PS is equal to 6 root 3. These are the two values that we have been found. Friends, I think all of you have understood this one. These problems were from the problem 2.1. Rest problems you have to be try. Now, what we have been discussed today, that will just revise the things. The study points in this topic that we have been discussed is, then the right angle triangle we have saw, the Pythagorean triplets we have been discussed, then methods of finding the Pythagorean triplets we saw, then property of 30, 60, 90 triangle we have been discussed, the property of 45, 45, 90 triangle we have discussed, then similarity and right angle triangle we have seen, then we saw theorem of geometric mean and problems based on the above content. So this much we have been discussed today. I think all of you have been gone properly. Some problems I am giving you. Please try these problems. Identify with reason whether 11, 60, 61 is a Pythagorean triplet. In triangle ABC, B is 90, A is 30, AC is 14. Then find AB and BC. In triangle ABC, AD is perpendicular to BC, angle C is 45, BD is 5 and AC is 8 root 2. Then you have to find out AD and BC from this figure. Find the length of the altitude of an equilateral triangle with side 8 cm. And the last one, in the adjoining figure, what you could say, angle Q is 90, segment NQ is perpendicular to PR, then PN is 9, NR is 16. You have to find out MQ. This is the homework for you. I think you will practice this. And one more thing important in mathematics, each and every time I am giving you one of the slogan that you should have to be remind. Don't forget that the essence of mathematics is not to make simple things complicated. Very important, friends. The essence of mathematics is not to make simple things complicated, but to make complicated things simple. And this is possible only when you are practicing the problems and you will get understand properly. So friends, if you find it is easy for you, then subscribe this channel, share and like the videos. With these words, I would like to say thank you to each and everybody.